We are in Sawmill Valley, California for the 15th and final race at the Sawmill Speedway of the SCRL V8 Supercar Series. Yes, Sawmill Speedway. I originally was going to have the season finale be at Surfer's Paradise, but that track was not that great, so I decided since this track was just released a couple of days ago, I decided, you know what, why not? Let's go with this track. Of course, those of you who don't know, Sawmill was a track on NR 2000. I mean, not NR 2003, NASCAR Thunder 2004. It was a fun little track, and someone actually made this 2-mile road course, which is very amazing. So, Kyle Metz, the 52 car who won at Shanghai one race ago, leading us to the green flag. So beside him is the 2 of Sebastian Torres. Points leader Richard Torres will be starting in the 7th position. He has a 48-point lead over his closest competitor, Keenan Busch. Keenan, and luckily, will be starting in the 32nd spot. So Keenan will have to have a lot of luck if he wants to win the championship. We have 6 drivers that can mathematically win the championship: Richard Torres, Keenan Busch, Evan Hunter, Rodney Croach, Luke Rainey, and Anthony Lopez. All those drivers that can compete. So as I said before, Richard Torres started in the 7th spot. Keenan started in the 32nd spot. Evan Hunter, if I can find him, starting in the 37th spot. Rodney Croach starting in the 14th spot. Luke Rainey starting in the 28th spot. And Anthony Lopez starting in the 6th spot. So Torres has a 48-point lead. Evan Hunter is 54 points behind. Rodney Croach 60 behind. Luke Rainey and Anthony Lopez both 62 behind. So they're going to need Richard Torres to have a lot of bad luck if someone's going to unseat Richard Torres. And no matter who wins the championship, we will have a first-time champion, because none of those 6 drivers have ever won a championship. So we will crown a brand new champion here in the SCRL. The question is, who will get it? Will be Richard Torres, giving the Torres family stable a 3rd straight championship, or can someone unseat him? We shall see in 17 laps. And here's the command for the 15th and final time here in Season 1.
Drivers, start your engines!
17 laps is the scheduled distance. I have never used this track since it just came out, so we are using it for the very first time. You might be the first league on YouTube to be using it. So hopefully this will be a good race. I've said it's been a boring season. It's been a disappointment, but that's only because of racing quality, not because of winners' quality. We have had several different race winners this season for the first time, including Evan Hunter, I think Keith Stevens, and for sure Anthony Lopez. And no one has really dominated except for Richard Torres and Anthony Lopez, who have both scored 2 wins. Pace car pulls in. Pull them belts tight. We are racing for the final time here in the V8 Supercar Series, as Kyle Metz puts the hammer down. And we are racing at Sawmill Speedway, as Kyle Metz leads him off towards turn number 1. Sebastian Torres, if I run the outside, takes the race lead. We are running 80% here today to allow for some racing and hopefully some wrecks. Luke Rainey on the inside, though, trying to get the run. And Metz retakes the race lead. Kyle trying to write his name in history books as being the first to win back-to-back races, which no one has done all season long, which is very impressive. Well, I mean, the Torres family won twice in a row, but not a same driver, as we are still green as we check out our championship contenders. There's Keenan Busch on the outside, trying to gain as many spots as he can. A lot of drivers looking for their last shot at a win, like the Jefferson family, the Croach family, as leading the first ever lap on this track will be the 52 car, Kyle Metz. So Kyle Metz just made history as being the first ever leader at this track. Sebastian Torres goes a little bit wide, as Cam Nixie is right behind him. The Nixie family has also not won this season. A very competitive season, despite the lack of racing quality. So this is 80%, not too bad of a choice, I don't think. Unless you're in the back, of course. And Evan Hunter, our championship contender, he's out of points range, so not a good day for Evan Hunter. Of course, it is the first lap. Keenan Bush trying to move up. Keenan in 31st spot. He will gain 4 points, I want to say. So that will not give him the championship. As we go up to the drivers, there's Rodney Croach in the 12th spot. He came close to winning several times this season, but just has not been able to get the luck. Anthony Lopez, twice a winner this season. He's had a lackluster career, but he's done good in the V8 Supercar Series with wins at Queensland and Road America. I gotta look at my little stats. Look. As Kyle Metz maintains his race lead. Sebastian trying to close in on him. This is a fun little track to race on in our 2004 or NT 2004. As Kyle Metz leads him through the S's. Sebastian trying to get around him. Just trying everything he can. Front four have separated themselves as we have a battle for position. As Kyle Hunter tries to move up past Richard Torres. This will be Kyle Metz between Lopez. As Lopez will lose a spot. So Richard Torres will move a spot. Kyle Metz will lead yet another lap. Trying to be a dominator. Of course, at Shanghai, Kyle Metz did not lead every single lap. He led the final 2 laps, so it doesn't matter how many laps you lead. It's all about the last lap. And this championship could come down to the final lap. Richard Torres could blow up, and he could finish last. He could be involved in a wreck. You never know. So just because the first 3 laps we've had caution-free, that doesn't mean we can't have a caution. But the more we get strung out, the slower and lower the possibilities are. As Evan Hunter, his championship hopes are slowly fading away. 38th spot. Not how he wanted to end his season, of course, as well as Keenan Bush. It's just the luck of the draw where you start. Like I said before, I don't care who wins the championship. I don't care who wins the races. I just want to have good racing quality for you guys. And it's just a matter of where you start. And Richard Torres started up front. I mean, then again, he has started in the back. He has finished out of points several times, and yet he still maintained a championship points lead. So I'm not sure it would have affected anything if he started in the back as well, as Richard Torres moves up a spot past Joe Jefferson for 4th. He's going to try and go for 3rd, too, actually, if he can get a run on the outside. So the Torres family are 2nd and 4th, respectively. The Torres family has been a long-time member of this league. Jesse Turner was the longest active driver aside from Shuttle. And since Jesse Turner has hung up his helmet after the ARCA series, the Torres family, I think, are the longest active drivers. I think. HVK ain't around anymore. Bulldog 67 ain't around. I retired my driver, Aureus, so I believe Shuttle and the Torres family are the longest active drivers. As Anthony Lopez, Kyle Hunter continues to struggle in 6th. Lopez in 7th. Alexander Rowe, good run for him. Stuart Grant, a good run for the winless driver. And Connor Thunder in the 55 car. Connor trying to pass on the inside, but not enough to get around him. Richard Torres in 4th. That will lock up the championship for him. He came in with a 48 point lead. I keep looking at the 52. That's his points he has total. So Richard came in with a 48 point lead. He's in 4th, so that will lock up the championship for him. As we take a look at the back of the pack still. Evan Hunter, once again, no gain. Well, actually, he did gain a spot. Hunter in 37th, so he's gained one spot, but still out of points range. Keenan Bush is in 34th. He won't gain any points, so Keenan is out of the championship points race right now. Jay Jefferson, not a good season for the Jefferson family. A winless season between both Jeff and Jay. Why did I say Jeff or Joe? Jeez. Sorry, I'm not focused right now. Luke Rainey, a championship contender as well. He's in 20th spot. He's the furthest behind, but he's having a good run here today. Despite no wins, Rainey has had a consistent season. Jonathan Rains, a win early in the season at Melbourne, Australia, in the 17th spot. Not the season he wanted to end on, but he still has a win. So you could say that's a win. Riley Spurley Tube, 14th spot. Not a good season for him. That's going to happen sometimes. You're not going to have a season you wanted. One season you could be dominant. You could have, 5 or 6 wins. The next you could barely be in the top 10 in points or in the top 30. It's just a matter of where you start, if you get in wrecks and all that stuff, you have mechanical problems. But as of right now, the king is Richard Torres in the 4th spot. He doesn't have to push the issue. I'm pretty sure he wants to get dual trophies, but he doesn't have to push the issue. See Cam Nixie in 3rd. And we got a lead change. Sebastian Torres is our new race leader. He got around Kyle Metz. And we will not have a dominator as Sebastian Torres leads the lap. So we got a lead change. So we'll see what Sebastian Torres can do while in the race lead. Sebastian has one win. He won at Simmons earlier in the season. He dominated that race. So if Sebastian can hang on, this will be the Torres' family 4th win of the season. Actually, it'll be their 6th win because Brian Fox is in that racing stable. So 6 wins on the season. Most people don't even get 6 wins in a career. So, of course, don't lock this up for Sebastian just yet because anything could happen. He could blow up. We could have a caution, wreck, anything. Once again, we've spread it out a little bit. Oh, we got a battle for position. Stuart Grant just went around Anthony Lopez. This will be for 8th. As Lopez continues to lose positions. I don't know if that car if something's wrong with the car or if it's the driver that's giving up. I mean, he can't win the championship at this point. He's 2 points behind. He's trying everything he can. It's just he's losing ground. As you see our pace car. Jonathan Matthews, a quiet season for him. No wins. Just trying to survive. Evan Hunter still in 37th spot. No gain for him. As he tries to go around a car. Whoa. Almost made contact with Marcus Sanchi. Sanchi is also another driver who has not won this season. He won twice in the ARCA Series. Looking to continue his good luck streak, but not this season in the V8 Supercar Series. As we go through the field again. Battle for position, Willa Chinchilla passes Luke Rainey, so Luke Rainey will lose another spot. Dexter Black, Kevin McHugh, Patrick Smith, Max Anderson, the team car to Richard Torres. Mostly single file. He's got battle for position. Stuart Grant trying to go around. Kyle trying to defend, and does. Torres still in the 4th spot. Doesn't have to push the issue. As next time by, we will get the 7 laps to go signal. We've been caution free. We've had one lead change. Sebastian Torres taking it away from Kyle Metz. Remember, you don't get any bonus points for leading laps. You just get it 64 wins if you win. And it goes on down from there, 62, 60, and all that stuff. And 32nd in points, 32nd in the race results will get 2 points. So, as we have this little break in the racing action, if you would like to sign up for the SCRL, you can do so. Race against the very best this sim has to offer. Look out for our next sign-up video, which should be very soon after this race is uploaded. We will do the season finale for the Telcel Mexico Series at Autodrome Hermano Rodriguez. And it'll be for the Season 1 of the SCRL Cup Series, where we will go through every single Cup season in history, starting from 1949. That should be very exciting using the Grand National 55 mod. And at the time of this recording, recently someone made a 1953 and 54 car set, and we will be using those since it's been released to the public. And if at any point between now and the sign-up video there's a 49 set somehow released, we will use that. So, be very exciting to do the Cup Series. We've done Season 1 and 2 for the trucks. We've done Season 1 for the Bush. So, we're going to do the Cup Series. When that should be uploaded, I have no idea. Considering when these races are uploaded, you'll have to see it when. So, Sebastian continues to hold the race lead. I'm pretty sure Sebastian would love to be in the Cup Series. Sebastian was winless in the Bush Series for Season 1, so he's still looking for that first Bush Series win. Oh, we got a car blowing up. Who is that? That's Cam Nixie in the 22, winning in 3rd spot. As I look through my notes here, Sebastian has won a truck race, so Sebastian just needs a Bush race. And he'll be 2/3 of the equation complete of being a driver who's won in the All Series. So a disappointing season for Cam Nixie. No wins, and he will end the season with a blown motor. As we get back to the race in action. No caution yet. So this will actually help Richard Torres because he will gain a spot. Torres will go to 3rd. So the Torres family will be 1 and 3. Cal Metz in between. Out the final turn. Sebastian Torres will lead yet another lap. He won't lock up the bonus points because of course he has bonus points. But Sebastian doesn't have to push the issue too much. He's got a good 1 second lead over Cal Metz. So as you see, Cam Nixie trying to make his way back to pit lane. He will retire and finish last. Not a good day for the Nixie family. Keenan Bush in the 23 car and 33rd spot, not in points range yet, so he won't even gain no points. It's just how V8 Supercar handles their points. You get points from 1st, 32nd, and from then on down, you don't get no points. So, Joe Jefferson is now in 4th spot, trying to get that Jefferson family a top 5 finish. No wins, which is surprising because the Jefferson family has been making a name for themselves in the past few seasons we've been doing. Just not had the luck they've wanted or needed. As Sebastian will lead him off the final turn. 13 laps completed. So 4 laps to go here at the 2-mile Sawmill Raceway, or Speedway. Once again, checking out the field. Racing-wise, this track is very neat. I mean, I'm surprised someone actually took the time to make this track from a video game and put it on in our 2003, because this game is what, almost 20 years old. And to put one from a video game on the PlayStation onto here, that's incredible. As The laps are winding down this season. Richard Torres, the would-be king. He doesn't really have to push the issue too much. He could lose a lot of spots if he wanted to. But a third place would be very good to end his season. Sebastian leads him off the final turn. 3 laps to go. And Sebastian will pick up his second win of Season 1. Time is running out for these drivers to try and gain as many spots as they can. We'll see if Kyle Metz can try and get back up to Sebastian Torres. Of course, this race is far from being over. We got 3 laps to go. I mean, look what Colin Driver, he almost won at Willow Springs. He loses the lead on the last turn on the last lap, and Kakawatline went around him. So, this race is by no means over, unless a caution comes out. We got battle for position. Here comes Patrick Smith trying to go around Cole Nixie. Cole just trying to get their family a top 20 finish, but he's in 21st. So, another lap complete. 2 laps to go. The lead is 0.4. So, Kyle Metz closed in a pretty big margin. He closed in half the distance. So, we're going to have 2 laps to go. If we get a caution between now and the white, this race is over. Kyle Metz is hoping, pleading, praying, please no caution, because Kyle is right on the back bumper of Sebastian. Sebastian trying to get his second win of the season. Kyle Metz looking for his second win in a row. Who would be? Hopefully we get a photo finish. I don't think we will, as Kyle trying to go around on the outside, very uncharacteristic-like. You can't really pass on the outside. He's trying to get a run, though, as he's going to lose ground doing that, I believe. Whoa. Sebastian is able to block into the final 2 turns. Sebastian pulls away a little bit. Kyle trying to go on the outside, trying to get a run. Still no caution. As we get the white flag, 1 lap to go for Sebastian Torres. He pulls away a little bit. Kyle Metz is going to have 13 more chances. He goes to the outside, trying to get a run. But he's losing ground doing that. Richard Torres trying to close in. He's got this championship locked up, unless he blows up in the next lap. Into this turn, Sebastian just trying not to look back, but he's pulling away. And it looks like Richard Torres has closed in the gap a little bit. That's what it appears. Did Kyle Metz use up all of his stuff in that last few turns? Because Sebastian is pulling away. Kyle Metz may have used it all up. 1 lap too early. Sebastian slowly making his way through these turns. Second to last turn. One of the all-time winningest drivers in the SCRL. He's going to extend his win streak. As at the final turn, Sebastian Torres wins the season finale here at Sawmill. And coming across the line in third, Richard Torres is officially our Season 1 SCRL VA Supercar Series champion. So here are your race results. Sebastian Torres scores his second win of the season. Kyle Metz came oh so close to winning back-to-back races. Third, Richard Torres, our points leader. I believe with that finish, he will lock up the championship. Fourth, Joe Jefferson. Fifth, Stuart Granton. Sixth, Alexander Rose. Seventh, Connor Thunder. Eighth, Jonathan Rains. Ninth, Rodney Croach. And 10th, Anthony Lopez, a championship contender. Rest of your race results. Keenan Bush, a second in points, finished 35th out of points. Yep. I believe with that, Richard Torres will get the championship. And finishing last at Sawmill is Cam Nixie due to a broken camshaft. So that is your race results for the last event of the season here at Sawmill. We will take you to victory lane with Sebastian Torres, and then we will find out who our champion is. Here are the point standings after the 15th and final race of the season at Sawmill. It is official. Richard Torres picked up his first career SCRL championship. He won the championship by 72 points over Rodney Croce. Richard Torres had 2 wins in his 15 starts, 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Rodney Croce, of course, finished second. No wins, but he had 2 top 5s and 7 top 10s. Third, Anthony Lopez, 2 wins, so he tied Richard Torres with the most wins in the season. 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. Fourth, Luke Rainey, no wins, but he had 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. Fifth, Keith Stevens, 1 win. That was his only top 5 finish, and he had 7 top 10 finishes. Sixth, Keenan Busch lost 4 spots in the final race because he didn't gain any points. He had 1 win on the season. He had 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. Seventh, Cole Nixie, no wins, but he had 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. Eighth, Evan Hunter, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Ninth, Riley Spurley-Tube, no wins, 3 top 5s, 7 top 10s. 10th, Max Anderson, no wins, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 11th is Kyran Pangborn in their first ever appearance in this league, no wins, but had 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 12th, Joe Jefferson, a winless season, but he had 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. 13th, Brian Fox, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. 14th, Sebastian Torres gained 8 spots with his victory in the season finale. He had 2 wins, which tied him with Richard and Anthony Lopez for most wins. 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s for Sebastian Torres. 15th, Eli Bright, no wins, but he had 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. 16th is Jeff Bright, 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 17th, Jonathan Matthews, no wins, but he had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 18th, Kyle Metz, 1 win on the season, 4 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 19th, Jonathan Rains, 1 win, 1 top 5, and 3 top 10s. 20th is Kyran Riley Howell, no wins on the season, but they had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 21st, Bill Jones, 1 win on the season. He had 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 22nd, Tim Randolph, no wins, 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 23rd, Willa Chinchilla, no wins, 1 top 5 and 1 top 10. 24th, Marcus Sanchez, a winless season after he won 2 times in the ARCA Series in Season 2, 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 25th, Alexander Rowe, no top 5s, no wins, and only 4 top 10s. 26th, Jason Larker, no wins, no top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 27th, Connor Thunder, no wins, 1 top 5, and 3 top 10s. 28th, Patrick Smith, no wins, 1 top 5, and 4 top 10s, respectively. 29th, Simon Nichols, no wins, he only had 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s. 30th, Daniel Bouchard, no wins, 2 top 5s, and 2 top 10s. 31st, Carter Friesian, no wins, no top 5s, and no top 10s, a very disappointing for that driver. 32nd, Stuart Granton, no wins, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 33rd, Greg Lee, no wins, no top 5s, and only 2 top 10s on the season. 34th, Dexter Black, no wins, 3 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. 35th, Isaac Nichols, no wins, 1 top 5, and 1 top 10. 36th, Jay Jefferson, a winless season and a disappointing finish in the points. 1 top 5 on his entire season and 2 top 10s. 37, Kevin McHugh, no wins, no top 5s, and only 3 top 10 finishes. 38th, Evan Rudd, 1 win on the season, 1 top 5. That was his only top 5 for his win. He had 3 top 10 finishes. 39th, Cam Nixie, a winless season, no top 5s on the season, and 3 top 10 finishes. 40th in points and last is Kyle Hunter, no wins on the season. He only had 1 top 5 and 1 top 10. So that is the point standings. We will go to the general statistics. Most starts is all the same because we all had the same. Most wins on the season, Anthony Lopez, Richard, and Sebastian Torres with 2 apiece. Bill Jones and Brian Fox with 1. Most top 5s are champion Richard Torres with 6. Keenan Busch, Kyle Metz, and Luke Randy all with 4. Anthony Lopez with 3. Most top 10s, Richard Torres with 9. Keith Stevens, Riley Spurley-Tube, and Rodney Croach all had 7. Keenan Busch with 6. Most poles is at random since we skipped qualifying, but Richard Torres had the most poles at 2 and everybody else had 1. Most laps completed, Jason Larker, Keenan Busch, Keith Stevens, Max Anderson, and Richard Torres all had 131. Most laps led, that award goes to Anthony Lopez with 20 laps led. Sebastian Torres had 16 laps led. Evan Rudd and Richard Torres had 12, and Jeff Bright with 10. Most miles completed, Jason Larker, Keenan Busch, Keith Stevens, Max Anderson, and Richard Torres all had 336 miles completed. The fastest average race was the race at Bull Run Raceway, 116.061 miles per hour, won by Keenan Busch. The slowest average was at Hidden Valley Raceway, 57.914 miles per hour, won by Jeff Bright. The biggest margin of victory was Bull Run, won, of course, by Keenan Busch. 3.8 seconds was the margin of victory. The closest margin was Queensland, but I believe that was under caution, so it probably won't be that. I'll have to go back and check that. Fastest pole, slowest pole is the same since we don't do qualifying. Most lead changes, Road America with 2. Most leaders, Road America with 3. Most yellows, Yas Marinine with 3. Most cars running, Simmons Plains Raceway, all 40 cars finished. Most DNFs, Yas Marinine Circuit, of course, with 11. So that officially concludes Season 1 of the SCRL V8 Supercar Series. It was an interesting season. No one truly dominated, and we had multiple winners, and the final race came down. The championship came down to the final race in the season where 6 drivers could have been the champion, and at the end of the day, Richard Torres walked away with his first ever SCRL championship. So you will next see us at the season finale in the SCRL Tail South Mexico Series, where our champion will be crowned at Autodrome Hermano Rodriguez. And after that series, we will go to the sign-up video for Season 1 of the SCRL Cup Series. Hopefully, we will see you all there. And hopefully you all have enjoyed Season 1 of the V8 Supercar Series. I think it was an alright season. Racing quality could have been better, but that's what's good about this game. You always want to get better. So, hopefully you all have enjoyed, and we will see you next for the season finale in the Mexico Series. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.